The United Nations Security Council has met behind closed doors to discuss the situation in Libya, where a number of people have been killed in 2 weeks of clashes in the capital Tripoli, and that number has now risen, we understand, to more than 200. Council members have been unable to reach consensus on a draft resolution. Sherwin Bryce-Pease has more on this.
The World Health Organization says at least 205 people have been killed in the battle for Tripoli, where the government of Prime Minister Fayez al-Sarraj is based. But in New York, council members have been struggling to find consensus on the language that some argue singles out Haftar's LNA that launched the offensive against the capital just as a UN-backed peace conference was due to start in the country. South Africa says there are three main issues.
First is a ceasefire. Secondly is to do all efforts to go back to the political process. And third is the issue of humanitarian assistance, protection of the migrants, and open up corridors for assistance. But the bottom line for us and many other things is that the Council cannot ignore the AU and the AU and Peace and Security Council. They have to be equal partners dealing with this issue. Because the last 8 years things have failed because the AU was sort of marginalized. So I think the UN have to work closely with the African Union and Peace and Security Council on this matter.
An African Union Peace and Security Council communique from April 9th calls for a total ceasefire and demands an end to external interference in the internal affairs of Libya, while reaffirming the pivotal role the African Union plays in the search for a lasting solution to the crisis. South Africa's International Relations Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, announced earlier this week that Pretoria would participate in an AU Troika meeting on Libya in Cairo early next week. The UK indicated it would give countries the space to discuss the resolution with capitals in the hopes of reaching consensus on a strong text. Russia and to some extent France has been reluctant to single out Haftar's LNA as attacking Tripoli, while his army also enjoys support of regional actors like Egypt, the UAE and Saudi Arabia. The draft resolution is likely to be revisited early next week. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.